Hi, our team is the programming people. Our collaborators are Caleb Short, Cody Nigg, Max MacArthur, and myself, Clayton MacArthur. Our SDLC is the waterfall technical process. It is normally a pretty linear process that smaller projects use when the client knows specifically what they want. Our product we chose for this process is the Nvidia Rtx A6000. It is Nvidia's most powerful GPU currently on the market. Normally, it's used in science, engineering, software, biology, anything that uses large or requires large computing processes. Again, it is the fastest GPU and the most reliable GPU on the market currently, generally used in professional uh, areas and situations. NVIDIA's RTX division developed it and is continuing to improve for their next models. Thank you.
The first reason the Nvidia Rtx A6000 would follow the waterfall SDLC is its need to identify specific system requirements, such as specific operating system support, API support, and identified performance requirements. Once analysis is completed, there will be set model standards that must be followed for the life cycle of that product fully, allowing the GPU to meet current tech standards. The second reason this GPU would be a good bet to follow the waterfall SDLC is high manufacturing costs. Higher production costs will require thorough planning and documentation. This higher cost would also push the company to perform as much risk mitigation as possible to avoid pitfalls and increase stable profits.
One reason why a GPU such as the Nvidia RTX A6000 uses the waterfall model is simply because a GPU is a sophisticated piece of hardware. A lot of work is required just in designing one before being able to build it. For instance, an engineer was able to build one from scratch in just 2 weeks, but the project required, and I quote, a lot of study and thought that was required before the first step towards implementation was tentatively taken, unquote. The engineer had to design and redesign before beginning implementation of his design. One reason why the Nvidia RTX A6000 may not have been designed with the waterfall method is simply because they are so complicated. It is generally advised that the waterfall methodology should not be used in projects that have very complicated objectives. And as you can see in the video we'll share with you, simply building one is complicated. So imagine designing one. Imagine the design process.
One reason that the production of the RTX A6000 deviates from the waterfall methodology is that the RTX A6000 is hardware. The waterfall methodology is generally used for software projects. While there is definitely software involved in the development of the RTX A6000 and the GPU is used pretty much specifically and only for software applications, it is ultimately hardware. In conclusion, the RTX A6000 is a very powerful and complex GPU produced by NVIDIA. The waterfall methodology is a powerful and simple methodology. The waterfall methodology is generally used for simpler and more linear projects that do not have a changing final goal. There were definitely parts of this project that followed this SDLC. However, there are also parts of the RTX A6000 project that didn't.